Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I am so excited to be posting this video because I don't know if y'all heard, but long form content is back in. I am a little bit sick right now too, so please disregard my voice. It will change over time, but I got a stuffy nose right now. But what I was saying before, I don't think that long form content was ever out, but I honestly think that I had to step away from it because of the type of content that I was doing. And I've talked about this before, but it's really hard to get back into something when you're burnt out. And I feel like burnout is so real, especially in the beauty world where things are constantly changing. You're trying to keep up with trends, you're trying to post once a day, every single day of the week, if not more. And it's really demanding. So I'm kind of just slowly getting back into, my YouTube bag because it's fun to do long form content. I could sit on here and talk about so much for so long. If you used to watch me before, I used to do social commentary anyway. So it's like I am just a natural talker. I honestly probably should have a podcast at this point. So today we're going to be doing some cream and brown aura nails. This is one of those days where I wanted to get in the shop and really just challenge myself creatively. And even though I love Pinterest, like I used to hate Pinterest, but I love it now. But even though I love Pinterest, like I was saying, I didn't pull up anything because I wanted this to come straight out of my mind. And as a nail tech, I have found that after doing so many recreation looks and inspired looks by other people, it can get to the point where I start to feel like I'm not really growing my own creativity and growing my own art. I want to be able to just pull looks out of my own mind. And the only way to do that is to continuously practice and do things like this. Speaking of continuously practicing, let me remind y'all to continuously clean out your airbrush because this is literally the third or fourth airbrush that I have bought since I started as a nail tech. And it's the way I know so many other nail techs out there understand what I mean by the airbrush is quite literally the thing I hate to see coming. Like when people show me inspiration and it has airbrush on it, I start to just cry in my head. But I love the way airbrush looks. So I have just kind of put up with having to buy new ones every so often, especially the portable ones. They're not that expensive. It's something that I get to write off anyway. So I don't care. I like the way that it looks. And I have tried eyeshadow as well as the aura powders that some companies have come out with. But when you're actually in the process of working on a client's nails and you want a really white, crispy airbrush look, the aura powders just don't give. I don't know what I'm using wrong or doing wrong, but the aura powders just do not give. Then you have to layer so many layers of matte polish on top of them just to get it to be opaque. Like, it's okay. I'm going to just do it with an airbrush real quick. Let's go ahead and pivot and talk about TikTok, because why is TikTok getting banned? What is going on in the world that TikTok needs to be banned? Side note, this is my favorite matte gel polish. This is the best matte top coat I have ever used in my life. But yeah, I'm going back to the conversation. I get on TikTok and I see all of these updates about how the ban was upheld. January 19th, we're going to be without TikTok. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, now I got to upload all this stuff to YouTube Shorts because there are so many videos that I love and I want to keep. So if you guys end up seeing some TikTok stuff get reposted over here, go ahead and give it a like, give it a comment if you want. But I will be putting some of that nail content back over here because I just cannot fathom losing all of that. And I don't have enough space to just download every single video that I took. I had to move to a different room because my house was getting noisy. But like I was saying, I just can't believe an app that has been around for so long. If you know, TikTok was Musical.ly before it was TikTok. And that was years and years and years and years ago, but an app that has existed for so long and has been perfectly fine and is actually educating people and allowing people from all over the world to connect in ways that we have not seen on other social media platforms is basically being forced to sell or cease to exist after January 19th. It's insane to me. It's insane because like this platform has been around for forever and all of a sudden it's about protecting our data and all this other stuff. And I'm like, have y'all not seen the Facebook leaks? Have y'all not seen the alleged Instagram leaks? Like, I don't understand. Our data isn't even safe here. But I mean, I guess that's what life is turning into. It's just a strong arm competition between people. And it's rough out here because not they trying to take away my TikTok. What am I going to do? I mean, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to save it somewhere or I'm just going to upload it to YouTube Shorts, but it's just so much work to have to do that. But we are going to jump back over to the nail art because this is my favorite part of doing nails. Is nail art. Like, it's so much fun. It adds flair to your nails. People always question it when they see you walk by. Like, it's just such a fun part of getting your nails done. For this, I just mixed my Koopa top coat with a little bit of my Blackest Black gel liner by Nails by Dev. You can use a black gel polish to do this. You do not have to use this gel liner. This is just what I had on my palette already. And I mixed it with top coat because I prefer doing this over going back to go over the lines with top coat because it looks much cleaner. Now, these little designs, you know what I'm saying? They look fine, they look cute, but when I was in the moment, I had to redo these nails so many times because I did not know what I was going to put on there. I told y'all earlier that I have been super into cyberpunk nails, goth nails, alt nails, everything in between, and so I wanted to include these little sharp looking shapes. They almost remind me of Blade. Like, if you've seen Blade, you know how his little ninja stars are, like, they're kind of shapely. That's what I wanted this to give. And forgive me that I didn't have a better reference, but that's kind of what I was going for. And I was just drawing things on. Do not let anybody trick you into thinking that being creative is a single step process. Like, one thing comes after another, because it doesn't. You have to restart. You have to do it again. You have to keep trying. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time. And that's how nails are too, honestly. Like, you don't just get the perfect nail art the very first time you try sometimes, especially when you're going off of just memory. But if you were watching this video, you might assume that I just did all this in one take. I did not. I want to keep it a buck with y'all because if anybody is a brand new nail tech or someone who's getting into nail art and you feel discouraged about the fact that you can't just go in and do nail art and make it perfect the first time, I want you to know that I don't either. And I'm somebody who's been doing nails for years at this point. I also don't think I got the rest of this nail because I was out of frame and I didn't get the pinky. I really need to work on that because being out of frame is my worst enemy. Like, when you're doing nails, it's very easy to get out of frame because you're looking so close and you're pulling the nail so close to you so that you can make sure every design is perfect, that I'll just be out of frame. Like, I'll end up just being out of frame. I ended up adding some rhinestones to these because they just were not giving me the girly vibe I needed. And I'm somebody who loves to walk around with glitter, shimmer, you name it, on my nails anyway. So I feel like the rhinestones just added the very little bit of extra I needed for this set to be perfect for me. I love how they came out. I loved exploring my creativity and I loved talking to you guys. I will see you very soon. Bye.